Hi everybody! So today we are talking about my ranking of the 2015 animated shorts, and unfortunately I wasn't able to see all the animated shorts that were submitted for the Academy Awards, but I was able to see a number of them, and I did include in this list the anthology film shorts that were in The Prophet and in The Extraordinary Tales, which was a feature film of anthologies based on Edgar Allan Poe. So I included those as the shorts for the year. So let's get started. I have 11 shorts that we're going to talk about. One that didn't make the list because I didn't really like it was the Scrat Cosmotastrophe or whatever it was. The for the Peanuts movie, the Scrat short. Didn't really like it. So that's not on this list. So at number 11, I have Frozen Fever, and some people might be shocked that that's 11, but I really enjoyed Frozen Fever. I think it's great. I really liked seeing the relationship of Anna and Elsa grow, and I loved Elsa's new dress, and I really thought it was cute, and I liked the new song, The Perfect Day. So overall, I really enjoyed it, but I just think it's basically for fans of Frozen. I don't think it's particularly artistically ambitious or interesting, and I think the rest on this list, I just couldn't put Frozen Fever above the rest of these lists, which I think took more artistic risk and were just a little bit more interesting for me. 10, I have a short called A Bear Story. This is done by Gabriel Osorio, and it is on the short list for Academy Award nominations. It is really sweet. It definitely has a steampunk feel to it. It's CG. It's about this bear and his family and these clocks that he designs, these pictograph they look almost like clocks, but pictographs. And he has these figures of his family. And anyway, it's just really sweet. It kind of reminded me of Hugo when I saw it. So you can find it online, so I would check it out. Next on my list, number 9, is Lava, another one you guys probably expect to be much higher, but I also think this didn't take as much artistic risk as some of the rest on this list, so I just couldn't put it as high, but I really loved it. I love the song. I'm going to listen to it all year. It's a little bit corny, I love you, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's super cute, and I really like the animation. I love Hawaii. Anything Hawaii is just big fan. So I think it was a very good short. 8 is actually really interesting because it's very similar to Lava, and it's called An Object at Rest, and this is about a mountain. There are 2 animated shorts about a mountain and how the mountain becomes a boulder and then becomes a stone, and then eventually it keeps morphing and changing, and you follow the rock on its journey, which is really, really fun. It's animated by a man named Seth Boyden, and it has sort of it reminded me a little bit of Ernest and Celestine, that sort of style of sketchy animation, which I really enjoy that style. Or how do you pronounce the French? But the next one is called Le Gouffre, and this is by a studio out of Montreal called Lightning Bay Studio. And it's basically it's a beautiful CG animation story of these adventurers, I guess, that reach this chasm, and they have to come up with a way to basically build a bridge. And I thought it was really moving. I thought the music was really good. I thought it was it's just an interesting story. The character design is very vivid, and I'm really curious to see if the studio ends up doing a feature film or something, because I thought it was very impressive. So number 6 on my list is On Eating and Drinking, and this is from Bill Plimpton. This was part of The Prophet, and it features his very sketchy style where he hand draws all of the animation himself, and it is the poem about eating and drinking and in life to its full pleasurable extent, and it's simple, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful poem. It's beautiful animation. Number 5 is The Telltale Heart, and this is on the Extraordinary Tales movie anthology. This was animated by Raul Garcia, and it features the voice of Bela Lugosi reading the poem or the story of The Telltale Heart. And it's done in I've never seen the Sin City movies, but it's done in that kind of visuals, at least. And I thought it was really bold. It was really dynamic. It's my favorite Poe story, and so I guess it was the one that I appreciated the most out of the anthology. And I just thought it was really effective having the Bela Lugosi and just this black and white with a little bit of red kind of visuals. The next one is called The World of Tomorrow. This is by Dawn Hertzfeld, and I have to admit, I don't understand it 100%. If I understood it 100%, and when I watch it again and again and again, I probably will. But and then I may want it at number one because it's clearly brilliant, but it's just very obtuse. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to have things that you have to watch a bunch of times to kind of understand. But it's basically this like sci-fi story. It's basically the sci-fi story of this leader who's giving advice to this little girl, and then the little girl kind of gives her understanding of the universe as well. So you get this like wise words about the universe, but then you also get the little girl's simple understanding of the universe too. And it's done using basically stick figures, but it's really cool and different, and so I had to put it on this list even though I don't 100% understand it. Number 3 is also from The Prophet, and it is called On Work, and this is by the artist Joan Gratz. And to me, this short had the feel of a Van Gogh. Like, it's very lush and bright, and I liked just the scenes of the gatherers gathering the hay, and I don't know, I just thought it reminded me of a Van Gogh painting, and he's one of my favorite artists. So I thought the poem was beautiful, and I thought the imagery was really beautiful. So 2 on my list is Sanjay's Super Team, and this is from the team at Pixar. It's directed by Sanjay Patel, and it's based on his life. I really liked the message that it's getting at, that you have this conflict between the father's way of doing things and his culture, and the little boy and the new things that he's experiencing with his superheroes and everything, and sort of in his imagery when those things blend and he's able to kind of understand his father a little bit better. And I just thought it was a really lovely little story about that, about not necessarily accepting everything that's old or everything that's new, and not necessarily that everything on one side or the other is better, but that there is a merging of the two that can happen. And I really thought that was good. And I thought the imagery was beautiful. It was so bright, so colorful. And I liked the way they sort of created these superheroes out of the Hindu gods. And that was really creative. And again, just sort of reemphasizes that how we can merge the old and the new and create something really wonderful. Number 1 of the year is from The Prophet, and it is by Tom Moore, my favorite animator, called On Love. And this was a beautiful short, basically about love and sex and our bond with each other. Got his amazing imagery, his beautiful artwork, and it really, between the poem sort of describing love and the bonds that we have with one another, and the way that it was animated is sort of swirly and circular and bright at times, and then you also got the red and the passion. You know, all of that was all sort of there in the short, and it was my favorite of the Prophet film, and it's my favorite short. That is my listing of the top 11 animated shorts of 2015. So what are your favorite animated shorts of the year? Put in the comments section, let me know. And if there's ones that I missed, please put in the comments section. Like I said, I tried to watch as many as I could, but there's just some that aren't available yet. So I will talk about them when they become available. So thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.